me on Against the Time, episode 2. This is a series where we do quick overnighters, and today we're down the local park lake known as the Heath. There's a big stock of fish in here, nothing massive. There was a fish kill about 10 years ago and it got rid of a lot of the big ones. I'm sure there's still 30 swimming in here and enough 20s to go out. You normally can get some big hits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find some spots, get the rods out, spot a big bed of bait over them, and hopefully we can bag some fish up. Let's get into this. So I found a lovely firm spot out there. You get a nice donk as you feel the lead down onto the spot. 14 wraps, it's about 5.5 foot deep out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some rigs clipped on, rods clipped up, get it out there, introduce some bait. I'm going to fish slightly off the bed of bait this time, a couple of foot off of it with a little stringer on it, just 5 or 6 boilies around that hook bait on the wafter, hardened wafter, and we'll go from there and hopefully we can bag a few fish up. So here we are, we're clipped up at 14 wraps. What we're running this session is a Ronnie rig with a bludder liner, size 4 microbarb hook. That is a hardened wafter, sticky krill active into 7.5 inches of boom. Lead clip with a dumpy lead into 1.5 foot of rig tubing. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna apply a 4 bait stringer. They're the active bottom baits in 16 mil. Clip them on, introduce some bait with the spod, and hopefully we can bag a few up. Let's get these rods out. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce some boilie and pellet with the spod. I'm just going to get out around 1 kilo of bait over both rods, give them a bit of food to munch on. They're definitely going to be on the move in here. It is a big lake, it's around 20 acres, but there's a big stock in here, so they will definitely be up for a feed and sort of dotted everywhere. I've seen them jump in just in front of us, so they're definitely around in the swim. So we're just spomming out and we've had a take straight away. They've reacted to the bait that quickly, which is mental, into our first fish already. So it's not as big as I first thought. It's literally about a pound. It's tiny, but it's a good sign. We're off to an early start. Let's quickly show you this one and get her back. I'm gonna get that rod straight back out on the spot and start introducing some more bait. Get some more bait out there. They're quite clearly interested into the sound. It's bringing them in. So let's do that. So it's literally getting dark now, it's last light, nothing else to report yet. I've put another 2 kilo of bait over the rods, both of them have seen a bit of fizzing, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long until we bag our next fish. Here we go, second fish of the session, a lot better this one. Cracking, taking on that krill, 16 mil hardened wafter, straight out to the middle, 14 wraps. I had a take around an hour ago, unfortunately lost it. It was a couple of beeps, the bobbin pinned up, picked up into it, and it just howled its ground at 14 wraps. It was slowly drifting to the right, very slow ploddy fish. I could imagine it was one of the better ones, but unfortunately that one hung off. But we'll move on, slip this one back, rods back out, and hopefully we can bang a few more. I watch the moon, let it run my moon. third fish, low 20 this one, buzzing with it, absolutely tore me to bits. Same again, Ronnie rig, sticky krill, active wafter, hardened hook bait, over a bed of boilie, keep on introducing that bait, and they just keep on coming.
Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then love is so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then love is so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly.
So it was a quiet night. It is now about 6:30 in the morning or something like that. It started kicking off about 4 o'clock this morning. It started by losing one, unfortunately, and it felt like a better fish. It was hugging to the ground, then it kited to the right, and it just had a lot of weight to it, and it was just very slow. It wasn't doing a lot. That one ended up pinging off as it started swimming towards me, unfortunately. But then we've managed to have 2 half decent fish, 20 pound an ounce is one of the commons were, and then the other one was probably around the 17 pound mark. As you can see in the last clip, I've put my rods out into the water now. I've just got one down into the bay, just down to the right. So obviously with the line lay, I needed the rods further out. And then we've kept one on the other spot. We've introduced bait down into the right as well now. So hopefully the action will continue through, and we'll have a couple more this morning.
You're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright, shine bright.
So I'm going to call the session there. I'm basically all packed down. The rods are still in the water. It's currently 8 AM, but we've had a result for a quick overnight session. Video's nice and short and sweet, but we'll see you guys on the bank again next time.